Kozak U.S. Open Finals in the books. Half of Final X is set. We're on start at 57 kilograms. We saw so much action, so many fireworks. Want to start down with Luke Lillidahl?
Let's do it. Yeah, Luke Lillidahl. He looked so good against Liam Cronin. They wrestled a year ago, a 2-2 match. This time, Luke Lillidahl, tech fall.
Yeah, and that quick tech fall. First period, I believe. He just looked fantastic. Scoring is almost seemingly at will.
Yeah.
He's so fast. His defense is great. And that sets up a matchup against Spencer Lee, Olympic silver medalist. And really, as you looked at it on paper, it kind of seemed like as the lights go out, we're not leaving. They can cut the lights off.
Try and stop us.
We got a night vision camera, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be Spencer Lee versus Luke Lillidahl, Olympic silver medalist. He had to bye to Final X. What are your thoughts on that matchup? Can Luke Lillidahl do anything to challenge the juggernaut that is Spencer Lee?
Yeah, we saw the progression Lillidahl made from last year to this year against Liam Cronin, but Spencer Lee is a different animal. Spencer's going to enter that match. Huge favorite, but I feel like it's going to be a little closer. You feel like maybe Luke will be able to challenge Spencer, at least from neutral position.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And then at 61, the story of the weekend, high school junior. What are we talking about? Jax Forrest, this guy's out of control.
Yeah, you said it going into it. It's like, okay, Marcus Blaze might be the favorite. And then Jax Forrest enters and just blows through the bracket, techs Nishon Garrett, and then techs Seth Gross in the finals. And, man, can he beat Vito Arujau?
I'm saying yes.
Okay.
I feel strongly he can do it. That's not an official prediction. I'm not saying, he's going to be.
Yeah.
I feel absolutely that's going to be in the balance. A guy with that much point scoring ability, and he's shored up some of his defensive liabilities. And I say liabilities, it's not a glaring issue, but at these levels, one vulnerability can be the difference in a win or a loss. But Jax is just wrestling with incredible confidence, and you cannot count him out against Vito Arujau. No way.
Yeah, it was amazing to watch him against Seth Gross. He gets down early in that match.
6-0.
And then just storms back for the tech fall. It was like something, was it like 19-8, I think?
Yeah,
the final
that was
score.
the final.
19 points Jax put up against Seth Gross. Amazing.
Crazy job by Jax Forrest, and Joey McKenna gets it done up at 65 kilograms.
Yeah.
Takes out Jesse Mendes. One sequence seemed to decide this one.
Yeah, and it was in the first period, Jesse Mendes gets a double go behind and then couldn't get Joey McKenna down from that quad pod position. He was in it for like 40 seconds, but
Long
just
time.
couldn't get him down. And then McKenna gets a single leg and finishes quick against Mendes, and that was it.
That was the difference. Now, for all these remaining weight classes, all the wrestlers that lost still have an opportunity.
Yeah.
They can go to World Team Trials, and they can still make their way to Final X. So all hope is not lost for 65 on up. So Jesse Mendes, Aiden Valencia, and others will have opportunity to wrestle back.
Yeah, that 65 bracket's going to be loaded at World Team Trials. That's middle of May, right? May 15th, 16th?
15th and 16th, I believe, in Louisville. Going to be an amazing tournament. Going to see a lot of talent there. And then we go to 70 kilograms. Yanni Mahales, his 70 kilogram debut at the U.S. Open, takes out James Green. Big four at the end.
Yeah, it was a tight match. And actually, Yanni was down on criteria. He gets single leg and pulls it up, and instead of just like running it out or trying to finish conventionally, he lifts Green all the way up, and big four at the end of the match. They're messing with us.
They're messing with Connor, but he is undeterred.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter.
Connor's a pro.
Not going to knock him off his
He's a
game.
pro.
A little dimmer, hitting the dimmer switch in here. It's nothing to us. Literally nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yanni looks great. Takes out James Green, but Green got us figure he's going to be back wrestling at the World Team Trials.
For sure.
And who knows who will change. Will some 65s go up? We have some weight changes?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see that. Then 74 kilograms. Mitchell Messenbrink. I mean, he goes down early to David Carr, and then 4. Messenbrink kind of runs away with it at the end.
Yeah, it seemed like David Carr was able to get to Messenbrink's legs. Like, all right, this is going to be a long road back for Messenbrink, but kind of made it look like he was just rolling. Not easy, but something changed halfway through the first period, and Messenbrink gets a tech fall over David Carr.
I think as you look back at that match, and if Carr's like, where did it go wrong? Well, the way he was defending those single legs that he could have very easily given up two, he's fighting with that chest lock position. Yeah. Instead, he probably just needs to turn down, gives up two. If he does, that's a very, very different match.
Yeah, for sure. I think it happened 3 times where he tried to go to chest wrap and Messenbrink finished with the 4.
Bonked him down for 4. That was big. And then 79 kilograms. So anyways, wait, before I go to 79, for 74, David Carr will still have the opportunity. Got to figure he's going to be the favorite to make it back to Mitchell Messenbrink. And feels like the adjustments are there to be made. But, man, Mitchell really set maybe one of the most impressive performances of the U.S. Open, that win over David Carr, who just beat Olympic silver medalist Takatani.
Yeah.
Then 79, Evan Wick takes out DJ Hamady in what was a very close match.
Yeah, until the end. It was 1-1, and Wick ends up getting on a single, able to transition, and then falls right into a lace, and that was it.
And that was all she wrote. And this is another weight class I feel like we could see some other wrestlers enter the fray. Could be Levi Haynes. I think we're going to see him enter 79 kilograms. He will certainly be a contender. Could see a rematch between he and Hamady. Would love to see that match in freestyle. Dean had a great weekend, and you mentioned it on the call. He had not wrestled a lot of freestyle recently, 4 years.
Yeah.
And he made the U.S. Open finals, and he was in the match late. 1 exchange difference. Don't count out DJ Hamady making it to Final X. And then we go to 86 kilograms.
Yeah.
It was the talk of the entire tournament leading into it. Kyle Dake, 86 kilograms. Sorry, that threw me off a little bit. Kyle Dake moves up, but Zaheer Valencia the winner.
Yeah, and the way that this match started, very physical right from the start. Heavy clubs that can be worn maybe a couple times, and Zaheer gets the takedown and then the gut, and that, in my mind, that's the difference.
Yeah, the duck was beautiful, a textbook gut wrench. Or duck under by Zaheer Valencia, right to the trap arm gut wrench for 2-2, and then just hangs on. I mean, the second period, it was like, seeming like it could unfold the wrong way, or the way we've seen it unfold negatively for Zaheer at times. He's got up on big leads on Jordan Burroughs, on Aaron Brooks in the past, and been run down, but this time he was able to hold on.
And Dake, he couldn't get to the legs, couldn't get a takedown, all 1 point scores for Dake.
Yep.
So, and if you're looking for somewhere that Dake could make up some ground, it's getting the legs, trying to finish some takedowns rather than just settling for the 1 point.
Yeah, and people have asked, the kind of the talk afterwards, does Dake change weights? Does he go down? I don't see it. I mean, that it would just seem so un-Kyle Dake. Oh, I lost, so now I'm going to change my weight. That's just really like the last thing I would expect. Unless he really feels I'm not big enough for that, I don't think that's going to be the case. And there's no way he walked off that match thinking, well, I can't beat Zaheer Valencia. There's no way he feels that way. He definitely can win that match. And so for Zaheer Valencia, you still probably have to have a Dake focus from now till June 14th at Final X.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Dake will have to go to World Team Trials.
World Team Trials.
They're going to be awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
I can't wait to be there. 92 kilograms. Aiden Sinclair, he's kind of the Ironman Award winner, but he's not the U.S. Open champion. That goes to Trent Hidley. Early exchange was kind of the difference there.
Yeah, gets to that patented underhook, runs him through, and goes right to a gut wrench, 4 points. And from there, Sinclair, showed signs of life here and there, stood in the hand fight a little bit better, but man, Trent almost ran us over too. He almost.
Well, no, I almost caught
That's
Trent.
true. Yeah,
I was up like this. I was ready.
Man, Trent Hidley, he has a lot of power, and he's a guy sitting in Final X now. I think he can challenge for a world medal if he makes the world team.
No doubt about that. He's right there. And then you go up to 97. Not much to say other than Kyle Snyder is a legend. He's great. He showed his greatness once again. A dominant tech fall over JILO.
Yeah, for sure. Nothing more to say other than Kyle Snyder's the man.
Yeah, good job, Kyle. And then Wyatt Hendrickson, also a dominant win. He was a big favorite coming into this. Well, maybe not a big favorite with Hayden Zilmer in the field, but he was a lot of people's pick. But in this match against Demetrius Thomas, he was certainly a big favorite. And that played out that way.
Gets the tech fall, but, maybe a consolation prize for Demetrius Thomas. I was impressed with some of his attacks, his exchanges that he was able to have. Even the fact that he made the finals, really impressive. But Wyatt Hendrickson is the real deal in freestyle. His gut wrench, takedowns, all of it. He can win a world medal this year.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that is it. U.S. Open finals in the book. So the next thing will be the World Team Trials, May, I want to say 15th and 16th in Louisville. It's around that time for sure, live on FloWrestling. We'll keep you up to speed on what's going on there. And then, of course, that's 4-2. I thought you were taking me down. What?
He just went straight down.
What? Well, listen. All right. I don't know what's
I
happening.
didn't realize you had more to say. Sorry.
I didn't know what was happening. I thought, okay, he's double legging me. I know where we're gonna end up if he's trying to take me down. We're gonna end up on the ground. I saw a 4 and 2. I think he exposed there. So I got something. That's it. I gotta leave.